Good morning, everybody. This is Martin Wong here, coming live with you on live Facebook on the breakfast show, Money Talk with SmartRobie. And I'm your co-host, Martin Wong here, coming you with the corporate news, headlines, Bursa related counters that will help you to make your money talk to you. That's right. Now you can also download a copy of SmartRobie that will help you with your daily assistant decision making and whatsoever with charts, definitely from the Google Play Store and the Apple Store in here. So not forgetting the headlines that really concern us today. Shall we? Let's start with our first story. Now our first story for the day is our first story for our day is definitely no other than the financial sector. Now, this was covered by Star Business that talks about whether the banking sector really facing headwinds that is done. Now, if you look at the chart that you see on the middle right hand side, the yellow line, which is the relative performance, and the blue line, it's actually the KL index, financial index. So it has been lagging. But if you think probably, why has it been lagging? Now, one of the reasons why is because of the low interest rate, and also with the what we see MCO, or what call it post COVID-19. So many businesses are affected, but generally thinking you have to able to buy on really bad news, and this is why we can there's one really good stock in here, Public Bank, which is a favorite among retiree and myself. I also got Public Bank and undervalued stocks and pay handsome dividend and has a rating of 4 out of 8. Of course, let's check the charts, okay, on SmartRobie, and let's look at PBBAK, and you can see that, right? For Public Bank, let's look at the chart, and now the chart price has gone up to almost touching just short of 18 ringgit, but it has pulled back since. Now, this is pretty a good entry, and for our members, can you see that on the charts there? Right, that's a no supply, a confirmed no supply. Hey, you know what happens to no supply, right? Your money will talk to you with SmartRobie. That's right. So let's move on to the next story that we have here. Okay. Now, next story is actually covered by CEO Morning Brief that talks about the market really contracted by 4% in 2020 and going to grow by 6.5%. We all know this. Definitely, right? It's because a lot of time we see market contracted because of the COVID-19, and then it pops back up. So this is really a good thing. Remember again, buy on bad news, and sell on good news. So the news has sort of priced in. But what we do not know today is the types of demand and consumption. But the article do say consumption will increase as Malaysia eases into the MCO. We all know this is a recovery as you and me are able to get down to our office and do our daily matter. And finally, fully open. When fully open, what do we mean? The borders, that's right, tourisms are back. And do take note, I do believe today Genting is reopening, and that's why yesterday we talked about Genting and started to move up. So by following this news, you can know the pulse of the nation. Money Talks, SmartRobie assist. All right, so let's go on to the next story that we have here. Glove, Top Glove, Rubber Glove, and all those healthcare sectors. This has been a very excited sectors for most people talk about inside here. And in this article that CEO read, they actually asked a lot of my colleague chartists like Nick from Maybank and also Stephen from the I believe from TA Securities, but they did not ask SmartRobie. That's right. So I'm going to show you what SmartRobie can do. You can see from the chart wise in here, Top Glove, we have already red pentagon. What does it mean? It means it's time to take a bit of profit out of the way, right? But Hata still there, and it's just short of 80 US dollars. Now let's look at Top Glove, where it is. Just okay. And so let's look at Top Glove. We hit that one. Okay, look at the chart again. Let's expand it and we can see more. Okay, so here we can see Top Glove actually has what we call a widespread down on the red pentagon. So maybe that's time to take a bit of partial profit. Do take note, I do have some position in Hata. I'm already start taking them around $12.80, and I've been informing some of my members in our Telegram group. Do join our Telegram group. I'll give you a URL to join in later, or the right hand side. So you can see right here, right? You have the top glove coming down. All right, definitely you can check out the fundamentals, which I do believe has really gone way up. Okay, so look at fundamentals, top fundamentals. It's coming back to 1. The PE has come down because the return on equity has been reflected, because they just came out with a result on 31st of May. So the PE has dropped from 110 to 60. So now it is quite fairly priced, I would say, right? Of course, I prefer a lower PE, all things being the same. Now let's look on to the next one we have is Hata. Again, let's look on the fundamentals. Okay, fundamental for Hata has also dropped to 90. Similar story. I think the result will be coming out, but the dividend payment is fairly slow because it's a growth company out there. Again, when do you want to go in? Very simple. Type in the trading plan. All right, a trading plan will tell you to buy when it exceeds $13 or wait for Hata to pull back $11. So you can do all that on SmartRobie. So make sure you download that too. All right, let's move on to the next story that we have. Okay, which is Hock Seng Lee. Now Hock Seng Lee, like it or not, which is a construction-based company, in their net profit are badly affected. Of course, we all know this, isn't it? All right. This is because of the MCO. So net profit actually fell by 46% to 7.6 million in the first quarter of 2024. So those of you who are listening from Sarawak, maybe this is actually a good counter if you do know about it. But then again, there are many construction here with SmartRobie. Definitely you want to pick something that has better ratings, better chart setup, and better news driven. That's what Robie can do and really help you to make your money talk to you more. So at a rating of 2 out of 8, let's take a look at the charts, shall we? Okay, we part on Hock Seng Lee, HSL. Right, so we click on the stock price right now. Still not going anywhere, still around 108. Let's look at the stock price. Okay. Stock price, it's not too bad. You know, it's holding up at 108 support here. You can see on the right hand side. I wouldn't be too excited about it unless maybe it pays a bit of a dividend. Let's check our fundamentals. Right. And it pays 2% dividend. But then again, if there's any upside from any projects, I will share with you another story next, which may give you a little bit more upside. Shall we move on? All right. So next one is also another construction company which hawked the Star Business headline. Now this is pretty good for a small cap undervalue, which is around 100 million. So which means it's not in the eye of many of the big institutions, because small, they don't like to buy, but we as investor can. The little bit of upside on this one, definitely. You look at Fajarbaru, they are eyeing about infrastructure. They have a book order about 393 million in there, right? With a rating of 4, paying a 5% dividend. Hey, maybe this is something for you too, right? He has a potential target in here. You can see right at the bottom, or you can just check out SmartRobie in here at 56 cents. Let's look at Fajar today, where it is. All right, and let's look at Fajar live prices in here. So Fajar live prices is, wow, it's up, maybe because of the news that we see. It's up 3.5%. Maybe it's about to move higher. Let's check out the trading plan. Okay, so the trading plan is buy if you break up 34 cents. Right now it's still 29 cents, but it is at the pullback price around 29 cents. Perhaps this is something you want to be on with a 5% dividend yield. But also very interesting about this stocks, which I do like, it does record a net profit, you know, net profit coming in about 3.37 million compared to 8.22 million in the same quarter last year. So again, investor, do take note. SmartRobie help money talks. Let's move on to our next story, shall we? Okay, now the next story, I think it impacts many of you, you and me, papa, mama, you know, our grandmother used to sit at home And it's about Astro. That's right. Now, there was a lot of talk about Astro, you know, the undershine or overshine, you know, whatever you call it, struggling to keep up with the times, right? It's rated 5 out of 8 because of the good dividend payment, 7% in here. You can see on the left-hand side here. And also, what's more important, it has a very good ROE at 62. But then again, many people will do ask, you know, Astro can buy nowadays, you know, there's so many of this Android box. Netflix, we have seen, right, some of our earlier YouTube, we have found out they have done pretty well. So Astro, again, it's undervalued, but it's really up to you. So let's look at the Astro for what we have. And you can see net profit really slashed by 58% year on year, and revenue radio drops. But the good news, home shopping saw a 14.1% growth. Shall we look at the chart? Let's look at the chart here. Okay, on the right hand side, and you can see stock comment. Okay, chart wise, it's building a nice base in here. It does have a lot of spring, which tells you it does support around 90 over cents in here. All right, so let's go on to this more exciting one, which is our premium alert. All right, but not forgetting, before we go into our premium alert, let's look at our last night US closing. All right, last night US did held its position still above, holding at a good support at 26,000, and KLSE we just trickle around 1500. This level of 1500, it's important. It's a bit of a psychology level in here. Breaking lower, you might see a lot more profit taking. Definitely in here, which caught the eye when we first do our first episode, is on our premium alert. Remember, we pick it on Tuesday, right? Was Komark. You can see Komark right at the mid there, which is already up 43%. Remember, we talked about it, so just go on and watch that show. And we're going to be doing some stock pick. Who knows? Next week it's going to start running, because SmartRobie is AI driven. It picks those stocks very, very early, right? And that's why you want to benefit and use premium. We're going to look into that too. All right, let's go on to the next scene. All right, let's look at our premium alert that we have right now, and go back to main menu, click on premium alert. Okay, but before that, let's look at the stocks we had yesterday called DNONCE. Okay, we'll review that again very quickly, just on the chart wise. Now remember, DNONCE, you can look at the stock prices in here, right? Pull back slightly, 1.5%, not really a big problem in here. Look at the chart. Okay, the chart says that, look at this one. That's what I talk about. This so-called rocket ship, which we tell our members in here, really starting to move up in here. Okay, let me just switch on to the, all right, and you can see really this thing is moving up and really go up. So hold on to your DNONCE. The other one, more of a healthcare play, which is Dpharma. Okay, let's look at Dpharma. Okay, hit that one and look at the stock prices in here. Right, that one is still up $1.70. So we go on to the trading view, which our live data here. Okay, live data, and we're gonna do that. So we hit this. Okay, that takes out to a real-time chart that we have traded all our proprietary signal, the Pentagon patent pending. That's right. Okay, so it's ready to move up. You can see just holding there, belum jalan lagi, but a lot of potential, right? You want to buy this before it gets into the top 20 volume. Okay, let's look at our stock pick for today. Now, the early on, the 9:30, I pick up the premium alert. So this is a premium alert. I pick up Naim, okay, 5073. So take note, 5073 Naim. Okay, buy it before it start to run. I tell you first. Let's look at the stock price at Naim. Okay, 5% up, not too bad. It hasn't gone up 10-20% like the Rubber Glove. And we will look at the charts as it is. Okay, there you can see this is a fairly good base in here. Again, fellow members, the CNS, the confirmed no supply, one of the sign of strength that we teach in volume spread analysis. A little bit more about our talk later on. So this one is a good one. Take note, Naim, and let's pick another one. Going back to the premium alert in here, I have Glowtech 35 cents, MCorp. Triven is already run. Nissin, which everyone favorite. Let's look at ICON, which is okay, 5255. Let's look at the stock price. Okay, this one is up 8%. Maybe let's look at the stock chart first. Okay, stock chart. Okay, this is a very nice base. Again, got CNS. CNS who knows, this thing will run. It has a good support inside there, and look at that, it's going to turn green pentagon earlier. So this is the first time you pick it up through SmartRobie on Premium Alert, and we will see you on Monday again for all the stock pick, the update, the corporate news here. Now, this is Martin Wong signing off for the Money Talk Breakfast Show. But before we do that, little bit of lessons here. Now, tomorrow, if you have time, especially for our Malay friends, we are doing a Bursa Saham Talk at 2 o'clock, 2 to 4 p.m. on the live FB channel in here, or just join our Telegram. The next slide I'll show you, and you get more information, or just use your QR code and capture more. It is a talk on the methods that we show you, the charts that we show you, the proprietary system that we show you, the analysis, volume spread analysis. All right. So here is our key point where you can join us again on our Telegram. We have more than 4,000 Telegram followers. So with that, I'll see you next week. Thank you for watching The Breakfast Show, Money Talk with SmartRobie. I'm your host, Martin Wong signing off. Thank you. Bye-bye.